Spring practice is underway for the Alabama Crimson Tide. I'm Tom Downey here with the latest on that with a little under a month before the spring game, A-Day. Quarterback battle, Jalen Milroe versus Ty Simpson. We'll discuss that. The rather insane Jaheem Otis weight loss. Potential Chris Braswell breakout / replacing Will Anderson. The Malik Benson hype, the JUCO getting buzz early on in spring ball. And good news on Roydell Williams. First, though, the quarterback battle. Here's what Nick Saban told ESPN about where things currently sit. Both of the guys are working hard. The most important thing is that they can stay focused on what they need to do to improve their ability to play winning football at the position, which is a very important position because they distribute the ball to someone every play. Thank you, Coach, for describing what a quarterback does. Not really all that much of note from Coach Saban on that. Jalen Milroe does appear to be the favorite since he is the incumbent. We'll get to some of his experience here in a little bit. But this is going to be, I think, a longer than just spring position battle. I would fully expect this stretches into fall practice and maybe even to the first game of the upcoming season. Saban also spoke a little bit about Milroe. He said, I think Jalen does have some experience, but it's not where you start, it's where you finish. It's competition, and both guys need to do the things that they need to do to improve. Both guys have had a great attitude so far. We're excited about what we can do to help them do that. I did see the Twitter clip of Ty Simpson throwing darts, which there were 5-yard passes. We can call them darts if we want. I think that's kind of just overhyping for, hey, there's football going on, and that gets us all excited. So I think this is going to be a longer-term battle. I think Simpson offers you the potential, at least, because you've seen them 5 passes in college, right? The potential of a more dynamic aerial passing game. Jalen Milroe is quite dynamic on the ground with the running ability. I think at some level the offenses might look a little bit different in terms of how you want to maximize those players. Tommy Rees has utilized multiple quarterbacks before at Notre Dame in the same season, 2 different styles, so I actually think that offensive coordinator fit is pretty intriguing. But we do know that these guys aren't Bryce Young. What you need is the supporting cast, the O-line, the ground game, your receiving core, to step up more than what they did last year. We saw some flashes down the stretch of the season. Hopefully that continues this upcoming season. So shoot your shot and make your prediction right now. Who ends up starting at quarterback? TS for Ty Simpson, JM for Jalen Milroe. It's the pinned comment on today's video. So if an ad break happens to come here on YouTube, ignore the ad. Go take the chance to vote at the pinned comment. TS or JM? Let's talk Jaheem Otis here. And this is both crazy and also pretty impressive. He spoke after one of the recent spring practices for Alabama. He said he's down 100 pounds since he arrived at Alabama. Said he didn't think he was going to play much because he was so heavy. He weighed so much. And DJ Dale talked to him, helped him out, got things going there. And then, hey, you're going to have to play. And he did there. He is down to about 320 right now, there or give or take. He actually wants to get up to 330-ish for playing since he's going to be the nose guard there. Some significant weight loss that has helped Otis in his upcoming second season. He said, quote, "It's a lot better. Losing all this weight, I feel a lot better. Breathing good, practicing better. When I had all that weight on me, it was a lot. But now as I've lost all that, I feel a lot better. I move way faster than what I did back in high school. I move quicker. I got quicker on my feet. Despite being very heavy last year, he still put up 29 tackles, a sack, 2 TFLs, and a couple pass breakups there. The added weight loss should make him quicker. We see that time and time again with 15 pounds. Now it's 100 pounds of weight loss there. For a defensive line that's looking to add some impact players, as they always are, I think Otis in year 2 is primed for a significant jump in his level of play. We will have more Alabama football videos for you here throughout spring practice and the dead periods and then, of course, fall and finally actual games that matter. So make sure you're subscribed. YouTube.com/@RollTideTV. Let's talk Chris Braswell, who, with Will Anderson gone, along with, of course, Dallas Turner, is being counted on to take a bit more of a leadership role and make some more plays on the football. Here's what Braswell had to say about replacing Will Anderson and the defense overall. "I feel like everyone is ready to step up, as well as me. Will had a great impact for the school and the team. He was a very good leader. It's time for me and the other guys to step into that role. I do think mentioning the leadership is important because you're losing Brian Branch. You're losing Will Anderson. I have all the faith in the world that Nick Saban will be able to get his players to step up as leaders, but a player like Braswell is one of the guys primed to take on a bigger role on the field and more in the locker room. 2.5 sacks last year. I think Dallas Turner will still command most of the attention between Braswell and Turner. I have big expectations for Turner this year. But Braswell has the length to fit in that kind of outside linebacker role. I think he should have a successful season this year. How many sacks in the end will he put together? We know Alabama will rotate players. We know there's the occasional inside-outside flex at linebacker. But I've got pretty high expectations for Braswell, so I think he have a big step forward. How many sacks will he get? Let me know in the comments section. We're doing it again. We're doing the wide receiver hype in spring ball. That's Malik Benson. The message boards hype, the insiders saying a lot of good things right now about Benson and his ability at wide receiver. He was the #1 JUCO recruit in this past cycle. Better than anyone else out there. Bama landed him. And given their needs at wide receiver, there is the opportunity for Benson to emerge and play a significant role for this team. I do want to offer some caution, though, early on. This is not the first time we've hyped up the newcomer at wide receiver. Sometimes it works. Jalen Waddle, for example, to an extent. Other times it's JoJo Early, and he's now at TCU, despite Saban himself had a lot of praise for Early, and that just didn't go very well in the end. So I'm optimistic about Malik Benson, but I also know until we can actually see them, sometimes the message board hype is just the insiders trying to get people excited and hoping things end up becoming the case there. So Benson has ability. Again, #1 JUCOs don't arrive because they're bad players. I mean, not every JUCO is Cam Newton, but there are plenty of good ones that result in even the SEC. And Bama needs the receiver impact. Jermaine Burton wasn't what we thought he was going to be coming in from Georgia. Ja'Cory Brooks, Kobe Prentice showed some flashes, but there's nothing right now in this wide receiver room that would be like, yes, that guy for sure is going to be the next great Bama first-round pick at wide receiver. So the opportunity for Malik Benson unequivocally is there. So when it comes to the hypes and the predictions and the breakouts, I want you guys to play who you think breaks out this year. Who is it? Could be offense or defense. Sound off in the comment section. One note before we go. The last time we mentioned spring practice and not recruiting, we mentioned Roydell Williams was going to miss some time. He's already back out there. The Crimson Tide, they keep it locked down for the most part from reporters and whatnot, but they did post a photo of Roydell Williams at practice and getting handoffs from Jalen Milroe. So pretty clear sign he's back. That's good because with Jahmyr Gibbs gone, Williams and, of course, the new RB1, Jace McClellan, are primed for what could be a bit of a heavy workload for the Crimson Tide. There could be more carries than what we've seen the past couple of years with Tua, Bryce Young, Mac Jones even at the quarterback spot. If Milroe's the guy, it might be a bigger running dosage this year. So McClellan, Roydell Williams, got to stay healthy. I think the Crimson Tide will need them this year as they try to get back on top in the SEC and, of course, the just overall college football rankings.